Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, to Black World TV, the new black media, your black and intelligent news source. Today's video is about an assistant principal accused of raping a 16-year-old but somehow avoids jail. An assistant principal charged with raping a 16-year-old student in Missouri has avoided jail time by accepting an Alford plea. Something that most black people have never heard of, but an Alford plea allowing her to assert innocence while acknowledging the evidence proves her guilt beyond reasonable doubt. In other words, they have evidence that proves her guilt beyond reasonable doubt, but allowing her to accept an Alford plea, she can assert innocence while acknowledging all the guilt against her, all the evidence against her. This is very interesting, and it sounds about white. But anyways, Elizabeth Geisler, who served as the assistant principal of St. Genevieve Middle School in eastern Missouri prior to the indictment, accepted the Alford plea earlier this week, according to court documents. Rather than serving jail time like most black people have to do, Geisler reportedly agreed to serve 2 years probation as well as voluntary surrender her teacher's license. So basically, she is allowed to rape a child several times, and then for her accountability and her responsibility in this act, she gets to acknowledge her innocence, even though there's plenty of evidence that proves her guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And she gets to be on probation and just give up her teacher's license. No biggie, right? The 39-year-old assistant principal was charged with sexual contact with a student, statutory sodomy, and statutory rape in 2018. The unidentified student told police about 3 sexual encounters he had with Geisler, including one reported instance at the assistant principal's home when she performed oral sex on the child. His father told local news channel KTV1 that Geisler acted as a mentor in the boy's life. Quote, "She talked to us about my son and stuff like this," he said. "What she can do for him through life, give him a better life." He added, "She was going to try to make sure he got on the right path." Unquote. Oh yeah, she sure did. She tried to make sure he got on to her sexual path is what she did. But the middle school where Geisler was employed also told the news channel that she had been placed on leave pending the results of the investigation. You think? St. Genevieve County prosecuting attorney Wayne Williams defended the Alford plea in a statement to the Daily Journal, saying he considered her lack of a criminal record and how she would no longer be able to work in schools after surrendering her teacher's license. Do you hear how some of these prosecuting attorneys are? And I don't know who this prosecuting attorney Wayne Williams is. He sounds black, I'm not for sure. Actually, I need to look this up. But nonetheless, black, white, or indifferent, it doesn't matter. They always seem to give these outs for white criminals. They always seem to give these pleas and these deals and all of these shenanigans when it comes to white criminality. White criminality is always given a slap on the wrist. I take that back. Not always, but the majority of times they're given a slap on the wrist and they don't have to be held accountable for their crimes. That's what black people, that's what foundational black Americans, that's what native black Americans, that is what the majority of other people outside of the white race, this is what we witness, that white people get away with crimes. This is a fact. Anyways, quote, "Some people might not understand the bargain that was struck in this case unless they really understand what she had to give up voluntarily to get that bargain," Mr. Williams said. He added, that was basically her livelihood, and she had to surrender that. Yeah, but she doesn't have to surrender her freedom. And that's what black people always have to do, is we have to surrender our freedoms. So why is it that white criminals, even white women criminals, constantly, so many times, get away with the crimes that they commit? Our judges, our prosecutors, who are 9 times out of 10 white and run this system, the majority of people out here in the world, we see that you guys are not being fair, and you're not being impartial. You're being biased and racist, and you allow white criminals to get away with crimes. That's what we see. We see that you allow white criminals get away with their crimes, usually by giving them a slap on the wrist. And that's what we have to fight to overturn. We need to fight and overturn this so-called justice system that is really a racial system, and really turn it around to show what justice truly is. Anyways, this is Black World TV, your new black media. Hoping you like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.